What is up, guys? It's been quite some time. Sorry for the hiatus. Just had a lot of things on my plate recently. Had to deal with this stuff, but we're back. Also, in this time, the market's been really crappy for the Nasdaq, specifically, and that's where I focus a lot. So a lot of my videos that I want to make would be kind of like negative, and I don't want to scare people out of markets, and I don't know. So I just haven't really been feeling the video. I feel like maybe if you look at the correlation between when I upload and whatnot, it's maybe more on positive days. Like if the market's positive, I'm more likely to upload, which is not good. I should be more consistent. But anyway, in the last like week and a half or so since I last uploaded, the markets have been kind of still downtrending. Nothing too terrible, but not very good. A lot of profits have gone away since making the profits a long time ago. That's just kind of the nature of the markets, but we're still positive, we're still going, like I'm still positive, I'm still good. Depends on your strategy. Maybe this affects you more, maybe it doesn't even affect you at all because it's your strategy. But the market's been pretty bad actually, for me, like for the stocks I'm interested in. I've noticed the New York Stock Exchange and like the Dow Jones have actually done pretty well here. So if that's what you focus on, you've actually maybe done pretty well, depending on your picks and your strategy, basically, right? Anyway, though, just want to say hi and kind of give like a update on how I think the market's looking and where the market I think is going. I think today is Tuesday, and it's becoming a positive day. The market opened for all the markets opened really low, and they kind of climbed up slowly throughout the day, and now we're nearing like the last hour of the markets, and it's looking like it's gonna close even higher. We'll see. It might flatten out a little bit, but this has been like if you count the positive days in the last like 25 days, this has been like one of 5, I think, or 6 or 7 maybe, like for the Nasdaq. So that's been pretty bad. Like the Nasdaq has been taking a little bit of a beating. Now, is there going to be a crash? I kind of did some of my own personal, technical analysis, and to me, it doesn't really look like that's going to happen. It looks to me like a couple more signs coming out of like bad days would show or would make me worry that a market crash is actually kind of coming, or at least a big correction. But right now, I think we're looking okay. Depends, I guess, also on what I see. I'm gonna definitely check out what I see from today. After today's positive day, if today's positive day happened on really low volume, a lot of stocks didn't rebound too strong from like all the negative days. That would be worrisome. This would be, there's been indications that the market's been gonna continue going down. Like on the positive days, there's been really low volume, really low support, right? For volume, you could say is kind of in a way the support for the markets. So there's been really low support on a few of these bigger up days, and on the down days, there's been more selling and more getting out than there's been on the up days, the support, right? And what I've noticed on the days that the market opens higher and kind of tries to push higher for the last like few days here, markets try to push higher, and they just get taken down really hard by a lot of selling at the top. So what happens today will be a pretty good indication also if we can break through like this really big resistance zone that I've been seeing. We'll see. We're gonna have to see. I could tweet about it, what I find, after the markets are closed, if you guys are interested. What I think I see further. But right now, since yesterday, the markets are looking okay. It's kind of for the Nasdaq in correction mode. The other markets are also in correction mode, but the Nasdaq's really gotten hit much harder, I think. But that is also possibly because it took off much more than the other markets. The other markets kind of got stagnant a few months back, while the Nasdaq just powered through uptrend. So markets are looking decent. We'll see in the next couple of weeks. I'm thinking in the next couple of weeks here we're gonna start to have a little bit of more of an uptrend and a rebound. It's possible that we don't, of course. But that's kind of what I'm thinking right now. It depends, of course, on the next, tomorrow and by Friday. Every day kind of develops a story, and it's you try not to predict the past, right? You're not like, oh, today is a really good day, so the next day is gonna be a really good day too. I really try to predict based on like volume and the trends and indications. But no indication is solid. If it was, I'd be so ridiculously rich, right? And everyone would be. But anyway, yeah. Want to make a couple point outs though on the Nasdaq, how hard it got hit. Really big movers like Nvidia, AMD, stocks that moved huge like VEEV, WD. Oh, WD is part of the New York Stock Exchange, but we'll include it. It seems to move with the Nasdaq more anyway. Not Arista Networks, Netflix, IBP, WAL, PPBI. These are all stocks I'm listing off that got hit pretty hard. EDU, PayC got hit pretty hard on earnings announcement. Even though they crushed it, they got hit pretty hard. Momo tanked like 20% in one day. NTRI, see, before I was saying NTR was looking like a really good pick back maybe 2 months ago, and what happened was it broke out like 20%. I jumped in at, I don't know, $54, and it went all the way to like $65. And then by the day that it jumped from like it went to like 56, 57, 58, and then it announced earnings did amazing, and then went up to like 65, and then came down like a tank. Just came falling really fast down. And by the end of the day, it closed down like 20% from the top, and it was back down to like 54. That was like really like unfortunate. Luckily though, having purchased in at like the right time, you don't really lose. You just didn't really gain a lot. Like I jumped out at a certain point. I was like, this is just too much of a beating. So like I jumped out. I made like a small profit. Maybe like 6% on it or something, which is decent considering how crappy the market's kind of turned for the Nasdaq. But anyway, just want to say hi. I want to upload something. Don't want to be such a stranger. Give me some ideas here on what to upload next. I could go over profits. I can go over losses. The last month has been more about losses, right? Because of the downtrend in the market, which is normal. Like if you look at my virtual profiles, you'll see, they all kind of peaked, and then now they're in more of a losses zone. But they've done well for themselves over the course of the year or whatever. So right now, the last month has been more about losses. I can make a video on that if you guys are interested. But let me know, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.